Greetings, Internet people. RantingRamsay here. How are you all doing today? I'm not doing so badly. I finally got an actual day off. Kind of happy about that. But as I started flipping through the bevy of just facepalm worthiness that is Yahoo News blogs and articles, I came across one that really made my jaw drop. As you can see by the title, it had to do with drivings, and it was the title of it that made me kind of like raise an eyebrow, which the title is linked in the description. It is 7 driving mysteries that could save your life. Are you fucking serious? Is that not sensationalism? And here, look at this real fast, even though it's full of fucking stupid bullshit. So, out of abject curiosity, morbid curiosity, if you will, I went and I looked at it. I read the list of 7 things that they were talking about, and I was simultaneously surprised and not surprised that this would be something that the majority of drivers apparently don't know, because it warranted an article, apparently. But I was surprised that people wouldn't know this, because I guess at my core I still have a little bit of naivete, in that I expect people to be intelligent and as reasonable and logical as I am. I often forget that I am the relative exception when it comes to humanity and logic and reasonable thinking, apparently, because shit like this still surprises me, which, duh, people are fucking stupid. And then my own experience on the road, driving for the last 10, 15 fucking years, I knew that most of these people on the road that have driver's licenses, a certain percentage of them which probably shouldn't, did not know these 7 things, and it just frustrates me, irritates me, makes me facepalm, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to address these 7 points that they have in the article, basically from a standpoint of, I can't believe you fucking people didn't already know this shit, if you didn't. Okay, so, getting into it. Number 1, what is the correct action to take when approaching a steady yellow light? I know the answer to this question. I have known the answer to this question since I took my very first fucking driver's permit test. If it is safe to stop at a yellow light, that is the correct action. Fucking stop. Not the typical, common American, I'm in a hurry and goddamn you for getting in my fucking way reaction of, oh, it's yellow, hit the gas. No, the appropriate response is, the light's yellow, check your rear view. Is the car behind you following at a safe distance? We'll get to that in a few minutes. Yes, they are. Apply the fucking brake. Stop your fucking vehicle if it is safe. Not like, oh, it's yellow, I must hit the fucking gas. So any of you who have ever been pulled over and ticketed for speeding through a yellow light and thought that the cop was just being a dick? No. He was right. You were wrong. Number fucking 2. What's the number 1 driving mistake that causes crashes? Once again, I knew what this was. I paid attention in driver's ed. I actually read the driver's manual for the state in which I live. I know the answer to this fucking question, unlike the majority of drivers in the United fucking States. The answer, by current research, is distracted driving. Using your cell phone, texting, flipping the fucking radio stations, putting in a new CD, all of that shit is the number 1 cause of fucking accidents and the driver mistakes, because it is known as distracted driving. It all follows under one fucking category. Gotta be honest, when my cell phone rings and I'm driving, I ignore it. because I don't want to get into a fucking accident. Because accidents are expensive and they're a pain in the ass because the cops get involved. And anytime the fucking police get involved, it's a huge pain in the ass for you, the citizen. Because as soon as the cop gets involved, all they want out of you is as much fucking money as they can possibly get to pump into the system. Period. Number 3. What's the most common location? Smoke got in my eye. Lovely. Another reason for not smoking in my videos. Fuck it. Anyway, what's the most common location for injury-causing car accidents? Really? Is this really noteworthy? Obviously, the answer is intersections. Because of the aforementioned, number 1, the aforementioned yellow light scenario, and the scenario that I haven't mentioned where we've all been at an intersection where we're waiting to go straight through an intersection that is of 1 or 2 or 3 lanes per side, so it's 4 to 6 lane intersection, and oncoming traffic and your side has a left turn green arrow. Well, what happens when you watch that green arrow on your side go from yellow to red and you know the fact that the other side doesn't have a green arrow anymore? What happens? 4 or 5 more fucking cars keep pulling through. Well, occasionally you get this fucking asshole that says, I have a green light, I have the right of way, and pulls out, BAM! Fucking accident in an intersection. People running red lights, speeding through intersections, it's fucking obvious that intersections are the most common place for accidents. Why is that fucking noteworthy? Why did these fucking people not understand this? Number 4, what safety steps should you take at an intersection? Do people really not know this? I'm just going to skip right over it, because the answer is fucking obvious, and if you don't fucking know, you need to go fucking turn in your driver's license right the fuck now. Number 5, what's the best way to avoid parking lot fender benders? This one actually fucking annoyed me, and the first time in this video, I'm going to read what the actual article's response is to this. Because in my personal opinion, most drivers are too fucking inept at operating their vehicle to be able to pull this off. But here's what the article says. Answer, UPS teaches its drivers to back into parking. No, you know, I'm going to stop right now. UPS drivers are some of the worst fucking drivers on the road. I have been cut off by UPS drivers more times than any other company's vehicles. I have been honked at, flipped off, and otherwise rudely acted on the road by UPS drivers more than any other fucking company. So that kind of gets under my skin. But continuing on. UPS teaches its drivers to back into parking spots when they arrive at a parking lot instead of backing out when exiting. While people who have never tried this may find the idea a little scary, once they do, it soon becomes second nature. You have much better visibility exiting the parking spot facing oncoming traffic or pedestrians that move into your path compared to backing out and checking for hazards in the rear view mirrors. First off, let's acknowledge that no one under fucking 25 even knows how to use their goddamn fucking mirrors. I cannot count the number of times that I have seen teenaged and younger fucking drivers doing this number while backing up. That is fucking asinine. Learn to use your fucking mirrors. I have more fear of a teenager backing into a parking space than I have of one backing out of a parking space, because I know that if they're backing out and I'm moving down the, I can see them backing out. I know what reversing lights look like on a car, even in the middle of the fucking day when they're active. Yes, you can still fucking see them. So I'm more afraid of some fucking stupid, ignorant-ass driver trying to back into a parking space and scraping the shit out of my car than I am of one backing out of a parking space and not seeing me. It's more of the person who's already in the lane of the parking lot's responsibility to look out for people who are backing up, who any logical person can tell will not be able to see that well. Hence the suggestion to back into the parking spot, which in my personal opinion will cause more damage to other people's vehicles because people don't know how to use their fucking mirrors. Just be observant when you're driving in a parking lot and you can see that nobody under the age of 25 really seems to understand the concept of rear view, inside view mirrors, and how to apply them to the theory of driving. Moving on to number 6. Which simple precaution saves lives if you're in a car accident? Really? To quote the article, answer, make sure everyone in the car buckles up, no matter how short the trip. This seems kind of pointless to me because I want to say that the majority of state driving laws, no matter what fucking state you live in, it is a state law to buckle your fucking seatbelt in the first place. Why they would feel the need to include this in the article as some sort of unknown information that you just don't know about is kind of asinine and beyond my ability to wrap my brain around it. Because of the level of stupidity that it presents, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, buckle your seatbelts. They're in there for a fucking reason, people. Duh. And this last one is actually one of the only points that they make in the article that I thought was relevant and good, and glad that they mentioned it, because I know for a fact that most people do not understand or know this particular bit of information. What is safe following distance? I know the answer to this question. I have known the answer to this question for a very, very long time. And I know from my experience on the road that most drivers do not know the answer to this question. The answer to this question is actually a matter of time over distance, in the fact that 3 seconds is the safe following distance, meaning the car in front of you passes an object, a sign, a bridge, a road, anything, an intersection. It should take you 3 seconds to pass that object yourself. You can count it off in your mind as that car in front of me just passed that sign. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just passed that sign. You're following at a safe distance. Now, obviously, the actual distance of feet varies by speed. It will take you more distance to pass something 3 seconds later than the car in front of you at 65 miles an hour than it will at 30 miles an hour. So safe following distance actually fucking varies by speed. Any logical, right-minded, knowledgeable individual knows this, but obviously the majority of the drivers on the road in the United States of America are not knowledgeable, logical, informed individuals. So that's pretty much the bulk of the things that I had to say on this article. That, I mean, anyone who has spent a significant amount of time on the road like I have, I used to be a service tech for a heating and air company, and then later a carpet cleaning company, which required me to spend a lot of time on the road driving between point A and B to get to the next call, or to get from the call to the parts house back to the call. And so I have had a lot of time on the road relative to people who have been driving the same amount of time as me. And I have seen such stupid fucking driving behavior from people, and this is something I've been thinking about every time I mention driving. I always feel like the need to point this out, so I'm finally going to point it out now. I have noticed from my own personal research in driving around that there are 2 categories of drivers, well, 3 if you want to get extremely technical, that are the most dangerous on the fucking road, and if you see them, you should avoid them at all costs, give them extremely wide berth. And that is, number 1, old men in hats. No matter what they're driving, you see an old gray-haired man wearing some pinched front fedora or a newsy cap or something like that, give that man a wide fucking berth. He is going to change lanes without signaling. He is going to stop suddenly. He is going to do something fucking stupid to endanger your life. I promise you, I have seen it happen many, many fucking times. And the second category of drivers, which is the worst, which is why I say there's 3 categories, this falls into 2 subcategories, are soccer moms or middle-aged moms driving minivans or SUVs. more often than not, I swear to you, I see these people talking on their cell phone while they're driving with a van full of kids. That's a whole other fucking issue altogether. They're endangering the life of the kids more than themselves and everyone else on the fucking road. And these women are more prone to cutting you off, more prone to changing lanes without signaling, more prone to stopping suddenly or riding your ass than any other fucking drivers I have ever seen on the road. So you definitely need to beware, especially if you got some stupid blonde soccer mom fucking bimbo wearing sunglasses with a cell phone attached to her fucking face, who's driving and turning around and yelling at her fucking kids in the back of her GMC fucking Suburban or whatever. Just pull over, in my opinion. Get into a parking lot and wait for that fucking woman to be half a mile down the road, because she will be a fucking problem. So there you go, there you have it. There are my reactions on this fucking retarded-ass article from Yahoo News blog about driving mysteries. That's the thing that really gets me. Mysteries? These are not fucking mysteries to anyone who actually bothered to read the material they were given before they got their fucking driver's license. Get off of my goddamn roads, fucking people. You don't know how to fucking drive. I'm RantingRamsay. That is all.
Hey, did you get all that, man?
Douche.